Welcome back to Chasing Chips podcast. Chasing Chips. Uh,
Podcast.
we're here with myself. I'm Charles. I'm here with Josh.
Yep.
Uh, two guys still chasing chips, and the Denver Nuggets are going to be chasing chips starting tonight against the Miami Heat. It's going to be a very, very interesting series. A lot of people's heart wants Jimmy Butler to win. A lot of people's head think the Nuggets will win in five. So I don't know where you're sitting at. Where are you sitting at on this series, in this final series?
I mean, that was pretty much a great description right there. I'd say my head obviously goes to the Nuggets because I think they're a better overall basketball team. They're very well balanced. But I know the Heat, they're tough, and they got a lot of shooters on their team. They got Jimmy Butler. They're very aggressive. They tend to make their opponents play differently than what they typically do. And I don't know if the Nuggets have really faced a lot of adversity on their way to the finals. I mean, like the Suns, we were the team that kind of like put up the biggest fight, and we didn't I clearly didn't have a bench. KD played like he was, you know, I don't even want to say anything, but yeah, KD wasn't himself,
Yeah, he wasn't.
and Booker played out of his mind. So, but then everyone else kind of just like shit the bed, So Da,
Not
Chris
even a
Paul, they're
minute
all
30.
trash. But basically, what I'm trying to
We
say
didn't even get a
is that
minute
the
30 in. We
Timberwolves
didn't even
didn't
get a
put up a
minute
fight at
30
all.
in. We didn't even get a minute 30 in before you brought the Suns up
The
and how
Timberwolves,
bad they played and Kevin Durant.
the
We didn't even get
Timberwolves didn't
2
play
minutes
well.
into the pod, and you mentioned in the Suns. That was ridiculous.
You know me. You know me.
That
I'm
was
gonna slip
two
it. I'm gonna slip
series
it in.
ago.
So, okay, my point is that the Timberwolves didn't put up a fight. The Suns barely put up a fight. The Lakers got swept because
Yeah.
that was fun. That was fun to watch, actually. Uh, and then the Heat, I feel like, have battled. Now, whether that's a pro and con, that's a pro or a con. The con is for the Heat that they're probably tired. They went to a full game seven, and while the Nuggets are well rested, and they've do the Heat have enough gas to put up a good fight in the finals? I guess we'll see. But then also there is a point of level of comfort. I feel like when a team faces adversity and battles, that they're more equipped for the next battle. And I think the Heat have battled to get here. So I think that they have a chance to upset the Nuggets. I think obviously the Nuggets are the favorite, but we'll see. I don't know. This is going to be a statement game. This first one.
It's just gonna be a statement game. A lot of people say I think the Nuggets take the first one, even though it's a rest. I think it's a mix of game one and new altitude. You're tired of a 7 game series. Altitude's gonna play a part in the first 5 minutes, and if the Nuggets come out and be decent in the first 5 minutes, they should win that game. I think it does go on to 2, 3, 4, and the rest of them. I think it does go 6. Um, the thing about the Nuggets Lakers series that does I do wonder about in this one is that, like you said, the Miami Heat do have much more shooters, than the Lakers did. And I think that's one of the things that Denver lacks is their perimeter defense for me. I think their perimeter defense is obviously the overall defense has always been, the question
Wishy
mark
washy.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But their perimeter defense is really where I'm like, okay, they're gonna get lost. Spo is a very good coach. They're gonna get lost in it, and they're gonna be trying to leaving guys wide open. But then also on the offensive end, Spo likes to drop into that zone, which could work, against a team like the Denver Nuggets that might get 3-point happy, even though they can make their threes. If they have nights when they just are off. MPJ is a shell himself. Aaron Gordon can't shoot.
I thought MPJ has been playing pretty well this
I
playoffs,
know,
right?
but I'm just saying he has his nights when he can just be
Yeah, he is
disappear.
inconsistent
He's
at times.
inconsistent. They got a lot. Their perimeter players are inconsistent. You can know Jokic is going to be there. Jamal's been
Yeah,
playing very well, and if he continues, I still think that's still not enough to just beat the Miami Heat in 4 games or even 5. Jokic needs to be there, but then another third guy has to show up on a nightly basis. And I don't know who that is on the Denver Nuggets. I know for a fact what I've been seeing throughout this playoffs is Caleb, Jimmy, and the third guy that I lost his huh?
You talking
No,
about
it's
Gabe Vincent? You
Vincent
talking about
and Vincent
Vincent, or
Yeah,
you talking about what's
I'm
his
talking
name?
about Vincent. I'm
Okay,
talking about
Caleb
Vincent.
Martin.
Caleb Martin. Yes, I'm saying Caleb, Vincent, and Jimmy. Even Jimmy has been inconsistent. You know, according to I mean, talking. I guess comparing them to the other two, Caleb and Vincent have been there every single game. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy has been there in the big moments. He's usually the guy that starts the series off very well. So I think he wants it. I mean, it's hard to go against a guy like Jimmy who's sitting there, doesn't want to hold the Eastern Conference Championship trophy because he wants to hold the next one. He's been telling everybody before the playoffs start that he's gonna make it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? He's had this confidence, and he's there, and it's just hard to go against a guy like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to 7, but if it goes to 7, I know Nuggets got it. If it goes to 6, Miami's gonna win.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Eric Spoelstra is a better coach than
Oh
Michael
yeah, for sure,
Malone.
for sure.
Um, I think there is a lot of questions about the Nuggets defense. But if Jokic continues to play at an MVP level, I don't really see much hope for the Heat, quite honestly. Now, if there's some inconsistency, like you said, from other players outside of Jokic, like Michael Porter Jr., like Jamal Murray, I think if they're not consistent, or if at least one other player isn't consistently putting up numbers, then it might be a closer battle than people think.
Mm-hmm.
But I still got to tip my hat to the Nuggets. I don't want to disrespect them. They haven't really. They're still to this day, I feel like, not getting the credit they deserve. So I'm going to say that the Nuggets pull this one out. But it would be interesting to see the Heat win this, because I don't know if it's ever happened before where the last seed wins the finals. And then
Mm-hmm.
also, truly, the Nuggets would be deemed as a cursed franchise if they lost this one, because
Yeah,
this
for
is this
sure.
should be a fucking cakewalk. This should be a
It
cakewalk.
should be. That's why I'm saying, like, if it goes to 7, I see Miami winning. But I think any number from a sweep to 6 games, the Nuggets should if it gets to 7, I'm sorry, they Nuggets.
Yeah.
Mentally, I don't think they can do it. I think the Heat have been
So
there
you got the
before.
Heat. You got the Heat winning.
Ah, man, it's a very weird take, like because I've been saying Nuggets in 5, but if I see it go beyond 5, I just think that Heat have a chance. That's the only thing for me. Like I think the Nuggets need to knock it. They need to end this series quickly. If you let them if it becomes a longer series, like in the game 6 or 7, I think the Miami Heat are get better. You know what I'm saying? The more tape Spo has on you, the more chances he gets in there. And we're not.
That's what
It's
I'm
not.
saying about the adversity aspect of it. I feel like if they've been through the trenches, like they've been fighting. They played some really good teams. They beat the
Mm-hmm.
Celtics. They beat the Bucks, and who else did they beat? The Hawks? Was it the Hawks? No, they lost to the Hawks. Maybe.
They lost to the Hawks. They beat
But yeah. Anyways,
the
they
Bucks.
it's been a fucking battle, and everyone discredited the Heat, and I feel like they're also pretty well balanced. Now the question is Tyler Hero out for the entire finals, or is he
He
coming
could
back, or what's up with that?
could come back. Game 3.
That's another shooter right there.
So pretty much we're
Ruh-roh.
gonna be recording this again in 2 games. We'll see y'all back on Monday because it depends. If the Denver Nuggets win the first 2 games, then Tyler Hero coming back game 3 doesn't mean anything. Yes, they can win at home, but we've just saw Miami lose at home. You know what I'm saying? Like and Denver's
And everyone knows that Jokic tends to struggle with athletic bigs, so
yeah,
it's
that
like
too. But
like
I'm
we'll
not I'm
see.
not that ain't gonna be that I ain't gonna lean on that.
I'm not either. Like Jokic is playing at MVP level, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, as far as containment goes, like, do I think that Bam is gonna put up numbers or suffocate Jokic? No, of course not. But like,
I,
instead of 38, he'll get 25, maybe, hopefully, for the Heat's concern.
yeah. Bam is
That's a good
definitely
day. if Jokic is getting 25, then that's a good day
Mm-hmm.
for the Heat. That's a great day for Bam. So
But
the Heat can
Jokic, when he
somehow
gets that,
contain Jokic.
but Jokic gets that 25, it's 25, 12, and 10. That's the
That is
problem.
true.
That
Yeah,
is the
that is true.
a good day for Jokic is 25 and 6
This is
rebounds.
what I'm gonna
That's
need
it.
from the Heat. This is what I'm gonna need from the Heat. I'm gonna need Kyle Lowry to go on a all-time flopping series. I really need Kyle Lowry to step up the flopping because he's up here. I need him to be up here for the flopping. I need Jimmy Butler to just be the dog he is. I need
Yeah,
Bam to actually make the
layups.
bunny shots that
Oh
he
my
has been
God.
missing a lot,
I'm
like these
never.
very easy putbacks. I need him to make those shots, and then I need the shooters. That the 15 or 25 shooters that they have. Realistically, they have what Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Tyler Hero, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson. Even Kevin Love is notorious for a good 3-point shooter. So they have at least like 6 shooters on their team that are like above average 3-point shooters. So if
They
those
need.
guys are hitting, it's
I
gonna
mean,
be
I
a good
agree every
battle.
single. I honestly, those are the 4 points for them to win the series, and they need to make at least 12 a game.
Right.
12 a
And I'm
game.
gonna keep on saying it for the Nuggets. The X factor is MPJ. I
Oh,
think
for
MPJ
sure.
is the X factor. I think if MPJ's hitting shots, everyone is flowing. Jokic is
Mm-hmm.
gonna do his thing. Jamal Murray's gonna do his thing. He's a little bit more inconsistent, but he'll find his rhythm. I feel like he utilizes like his team's chemistry and momentum to like help out his shooting as well. So if MPJ is relieving the stress from Jamal Murray and Jokic, I think then it's going to be a fucking cakewalk. But if MPJ is only putting up 10 points a game, then
It's gonna.
I think it's going to be a struggle.
Yeah, this is pretty much how everybody is talking right now. Unless you're from Miami or from Denver, I think everybody that's not affiliated with these two teams are probably in the same like wavelength. Like everything in you wants to root for everything wants you to root for Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? On how he's gotten to this point, who he is, what he's about. You want that type of person with a chip. But I don't mind Jokic getting a chip either. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have
Mm-hmm.
been calling it like underrated and all this stuff. For me and you, we've been talking about Jokic for a minute, and we don't think he's underrated. I think he's properly rated according to
Yep.
NBA players. I think he's this
It's
age
just
is
not he just doesn't play sexy basketball.
he's
It's just
this
like it's sexy if you love ball. But like if you're just watching as a casual, it's not very. The way he
no.
plays. So it's
He's
just very fundamental, very like good footwork, easy high percentage shots is what he takes. And then he also throws in a couple like freak crazy shots that he'll make for some odd reason. I don't get it. But yeah, I think this is great for the NBA. I would love to see the Nuggets take one, and leave the chasing chips zone and then leave us behind, I guess. Um, but also part of me is spiteful and just like is like fuck y'all. Like I don't want y'all to get a chip because we haven't gotten a chip yet.
Dang, and then they're
So
not rivals.
you know,
So, but my take on Jokic though is that I think he's our time. I think it's this time, this generation of basketball times Tim Duncan. I think he can become that. I think this Denver Nuggets team kind of exudes that type of energy to me, like that San Antonio Spurs team in the early 2000s. Where they didn't win back-to-back championships. They won in 99. They won in 03. They won in 05, 07, every other year type of thing. And Jokic is that guy. We weren't big Tim Duncan fans growing up, but we all know big fundamental. We all know how great he is. We all knew he was a walking double-double. He was the best player on the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? That's what we all knew. And we all know that now. And I feel like Jokic gives that same vibe. Like he's very to himself. He's not social media based. He plays his game. He hits his spots. He's not gonna dunk on you or anything like that. Timmy would dunk on a few people, but like Jokic knows how to play the game of basketball at an elite level, and his fundamentals at an elite level, and that's why he won MVP twice in a row, and is always in the consideration for it. And I think I'm not surprised that the Nuggets get a chip this year that they don't win next year, but they win the year after that. or they don't win again. And they win a year after that, and then we're at the 10 years down the line. We're like, is the Denver Nuggets a dynasty because they won 4 championships in 8 years or something like that, and not back to backs?
Sure.
Huh?
That's considered a dynasty.
Yeah, I people have the
If
argument about the
win
Spurs.
in a
I
span
think
of
it's nice.
10 years, if you win 3 times, then I'd consider you a dynasty.
I'm with you. I agree. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They won 5. So, I mean, maybe not. They won. They won in '99. '99. The '99 Spurs team is the team that beat the 8th seed to win the championship. They beat the Knicks, who are the 8th seed, because that was the lockout year. So that's the last time the Knicks made it.
So I'm excited for this series. I really am. I'm back in it. And I'm
Because
already Googling Suns trade talks and everything. I'm back in it, baby. I'm back on the van. I'm on the train, you know? I'm back on the train.
So with the Suns, and you brought them up, y'all ain't got no coach. Monty's over here getting like
$10 million deal from Detroit. That's good for him. I feel like Monty is built
yes?
for young. No, maybe he didn't say yes yet.
He said no.
I don't know. He said no, but then now they're offering him like the jackpot offer. So I think personally, Monty's better for younger kids and development.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's made for like high profile max salary like type of players. And like I think it's more organically grown, like good character, good morals, like, you know, he'll like inspire a lot of kids. You know, some people like the Suns, the stage that they're in right now, we're not looking for inspiration. We're looking for execution. You know, we're looking for like accountability, onus on like and being strategic and utilizing like our weapons that we have, you know. So I don't know. I think Monty did what he could with us, but he just couldn't close it out, unfortunately. And now it's probably looking like Kevin Young is going to be the Suns head coach.
And I don't really know too much about the guy. How long was he assistant for? Well, what is his background that now qualifies him to take over a team like this?
So he's pretty well respected, and the players like him. I think that's what it is. Honestly, it's like Booker's like wants Kevin Young to be the coach. He's been the assistant coach for the Suns for a minute, and he also was under Bruce Brown in the 76ers, and then also like he's been an assistant coach. Like he's been in the league for a while, but he's still young, and I think was behind a lot of the adjustments that were made when Monty was head coach. And it's just like, why not keep someone like in the farm? Like personally, I don't think there's anyone out there that I would want besides Ty Lue. But Ty Lue's not. We're not getting Ty Lue. I get it. We're not getting Ty Lue.
Nope.
Even though Ty Lue probably wants to leave, but I think there's no one else out there and so we'll have to go Kevin Young. Fuck, dude, if we get Doc Rivers, I might jump off a bridge.
That'd be a step back. If you just told us like inspiration, that's the last guy you want. He's all about inspiration. 90% of his
Doc
coaching
Rivers
is inspiration.
A job nowadays.
Bro, I don't understand. I don't understand how he keeps being in the finalists of coaching jobs. I don't get it. What are people seeing that fans are not? What are executives seeing that we're not? I just want to know, what is it about
It's
Doc
the
Rivers?
Celtics. It's the time with the Celtics, you know. It's
like those. He had a team. That team was crazy.
Yeah, I know. But people are nostalgic. They remember such good, like they were the first big three. So everyone wants, you know, Doc Rivers to kind of lead their super teams now. So that's what's happening.
But he hasn't led a super team since.
Yeah, no, I mean you're preaching the choir, dude. I think it's be done.
How old were we during the big three in the Celtics? What, in my 20s? 14 years ago, I think. Like something like that. Like, come on, bro. The game is gone. The game ain't even the same as then.
Hopefully, dude, if Suns like Doc Rivers, I'd be very upset. But we'll see.
Yeah, I would be upset for you.
We'll see. Open mind.
I don't think he shouldn't have a job in the league. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These coaches get fired for less. And this man, I'm sorry. I'm maybe a bitter Clippers fan. He down 3-1. You know, look at this. I always say this. The Bubbles 3-1. I that one doesn't hurt as much as the 3-1 against Houston. That one hurts so much. I think that one hurts a lot. And that one still hurts. That still makes me mad. It still makes me very, very angry.
Yep.
I cried when it happened. I cried when they lost that series. I was sitting there, game 7, and I couldn't, just started tearing up. Like, I just couldn't believe that they lost the series and how they lost. And not being able to close it out at home was very, 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 very upsetting. For the people that know me very well, I personally don't think Doc Rivers is a good coach. I don't. I won't ever say he was. Can he deal with adversity? Sure. The things that happened when he was a coach of the Clippers, he dealt with it. Good job. You know what I'm saying? I think he does a good job of taking bad teams and making them very good. Do I think he can take a really good team and making them great anymore? No. Absolutely not. No. Let him go coach a team that's up and coming. I bet that team does well. But a team that's really good, but you want him to get a chip, Doc is not the guy. Do not go get him. Not the guy. It's not going to happen for you. Not going to happen. I'm sorry. He ain't winning another chip.
Yeah.
Not.
I'm about to go win my chip right now. I'm about to go ball.
So that is my ending. You go have fun having him play ball. Y'all enjoy the first 2 games. We'll be back on Monday to share how we felt about the first 2 games and what we think the outlook is going to be on the finals. Other than that, man, I hope the Suns find a coach in that time. Maybe they wait. Shout out to Nick Nurse for taking over the Sixers.
Jaylen Brown gone. Sorry, buddy.
So,
Jaylen Brown, you're out. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Jaylen. My guy.
My guy.
My guy.
All right. Peace.
Jaylen. I'm still here. Josh had to go play basketball. But let me talk to you for a second, Jaylen. You had the chance to show who you were in Game 7. And you showed who you aren't. That's not you. I know that's not you. 8 turnovers, that ain't you. Can't dribble the ball, that's not you. You're a really good basketball player, and you're going to be a really great player next year, wherever you are. You ain't going to be on the Celtics no more, though. That's the unfortunate thing. You are an all-NBA player, and I believe you can play at that stature on a different team. But go to a team that loves you. Go to a team that's going to give you the ball more, so you can get ready for these moments. And that's what it was. Your guy got hurt. Now it's your turn to take over. You're not used to that moment. Game 7, all you. You got to lead a team. It's tough. It's tough. It's a tough thing to do. But I'm one of the people that believe in you and believe in your ability to be great and lead a team. So wherever you go next, be great there. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. Chasing Chips.